Hey guys, this is Matt from Junk Droids. I'm going to try to help you out a little bit with the two-leg conversion using the adaptive pieces that I made, adapter pieces. Um, I wasn't sure I was really going to sell these. Right now it's kind of like, I guess I will, just mainly because I didn't make a video when I did mine, and it's kind of a more difficult project, but I assume if this is something you're gonna take on, you're comfortable with, cutting and thinking and sort of looking at the pieces and figuring things out. So I'll do my best to kind of walk you through what I can here with some illustrations and pictures that I've done. So yeah, let's get started on that. So there's gonna be 4 pieces in this kit: a left and right for the legs, the ankles and legs, and left and right for the shoulder parts. And they are specific to each side. So luckily they kind of only go in one way, so you can't really screw that up. Start by taking apart the legs completely, unscrew them. You're gonna have 2 shells to each leg, and you're gonna cut each shell about right where that red line is. Try not to cut the top of the foot part off, because you're gonna need that top part later to hold everything together a bit. But the leg, if you end up cutting a little more into there, that's okay, because you're gonna trim that around anyway, just like this, where that red area is. Kind of curve that out, make it kind of clean if you can. And then this is, if you were looking down on it. Now remember, this is going to be 2 different shells. It's not going to quite look like this, but on either side you're going to cut about that much where the red blocks are on each of the shells. Again, I don't have a precise measurement of what that's going to be, but try not to go all the way to the edges on any of that when you're cutting on those. Once you get inside the foot, you're going to get rid of all that stuff there on that top section, everything that's in there within the shell. Don't get rid of the shell, but all those screw pegs and things got to go, and they're kind of a pain, especially in the corners, but do what you can, to cut all that stuff out. The cleaner you can get it, the better, the easier this stuff will all fit together. So on the inside shell of the leg, you're going to have this part with the peg. You're going to cut out that peg. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle around there, but you want to make sure that you get enough cut out around it that the adapter piece can fit through there. Don't go all the way to the edge of that circle, or the adapter will fall out. So remember, this is just on the one side of the shell. You take the adapters, you're going to put the foot shells around it, and now they only go one way. The flat side goes towards the body, or the inside of the leg, if you will. And put the foot shells back around, put the leg shell back around. Remember though that you still have to put the shoulder parts in there too before you screw it all together. So make sure you do that. And there's only a left and a right. They only go one way, so make sure you get those in there the right way. I didn't glue mine in there into the legs, but if you want to, you can do that. If you want it to be pretty, real stable. I found it to be relatively stable. Once you put the bolts back in and bolt it to the leg, it might have a little bit of play, but I found it to be just fine for me. But that's up to you what you want to do with as far as securing these inside the leg. You don't have to, but you can. Just make sure that they're lined up right before you get it all glued in there. Again, this is like I said, this is going to be a project that might involve a little bit of thought when you're doing it. I don't have precise, like I said, 2-inch, 3-inch, 1-inch cuts here and there. I don't know. I just was kind of winging it when I was doing it. So you're probably doing something similar, but hopefully this helped a little bit. Again, I know it wasn't the best thing in the world, but if you have questions, you can always find me around. So good luck.